Welcome back to the Cymru Nerd Cave. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing very, very well. Yeah, okay, so we've got a couple of videos done out of the way. We've done some Spur stuff, we've done some toy stuff, and now we're back round to some toy stuff, because I did promise you that we were going to do some Transformers stuff, and yes, we're going to do some Transformers stuff. Aren't we lucky? Because I got a box today. A box of Hasbro Pulse. So yes, we've been back to Hasbro Pulse and we bought some stuff because, you know, new year, new me. I'm not going to continue collecting any toys, but yeah, apparently I am. That's still happening. So let's have a look what we've got. Well, we went and they're still doing Kingdom. They've not got all the stuff that I want. Hopefully they'll get some stuff in. So things like Scorponok, they didn't. They do have vintage Scorponok and vintage stuff that I kind of want because it's Beast Wars and I do love my Beast Wars. So we'll see about that. I think the shelves are pretty much full of G1 and G1 inspired stuff in Studio Series. Although I do need to get Hot Rod. I do need him because I've got Cup, I've got Blur, I've got Ultra Magnus, I've got Springer. I kind of want Hot Rod and RC if I can get hold of a decent RC somewhere, so we'll have to see on that one. But yeah, we've got some Beast Wars Kingdom stuff. First off, a character that's not in the show as far as I'm aware, and I don't think it's a character at all, but it's based basically on it's Ravage, isn't it? Shadowpanther, who looks really, really good. That looks really nice in the box, and the box is nice, and the Kingdom boxes are all very nice. I do like that. And it's kind of it's an inspired character because he's got like one of the mutant heads. You can just see in there, got one of the mutant heads. And yeah, he looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me a bit of Night Stalker, but he was a good guy. This guy is not a good guy. He is a Predacon. So yeah, quite chuffed with it actually in box. I want to have a look at it in a minute when I take him out, but we'll certainly have a bit of a gander in a second. Now these two characters are in the show. One of them longer than the other. I'll show him first. Let's get the Predacons out of the way. It's Waspinator, because I've never had a Waspinator on any level. I've never owned the Beast Wars. I've never owned any of the homages. I've never owned Wasp, who they brought out with Transformers Animated, which is a line I need to get back into. But Hasbro don't seem interested, do they? So, but yeah, Waspinator, the universe's butt monkey, basically. I love him as a character on the show. What a great character, forever getting trashed and destroyed and messed around with. And the one time he does, no spoilers, the one time he gets sort of a decent hand in life, it comes to an end very, very quickly. Because it's Waspinator. But yeah, again, the box, the art on these things is amazing. It's so lovely. And he looks so much fun. I bloody love Waspinator, Scott McNeil's voice, and he's got that going on, and it's got his Cybertronian name up top there. Look, it's a nice box, but you know these are going to get recycled. So I'm a good boy. I recycle. You should recycle. And last but not least, you've probably seen it already, but I do love this guy. I bloody love Tigertron. I think he's great. He's not in the show half as much as he should be. For reasons I don't know why, but it's a massive tiger, and I think he's sculpted differently than Cheetor this time around. In fact, I'm sure of it. I can see he is. So yeah, he is sculpted differently, which is nice. That's a good thing because, you know, obviously in the show and the toy, he was just basically the same robot on alt mode, and that fitted in with the, you know, the animation because it was not cheap, it was limited. I don't like it when they say it was cheap animation because I bet it bloody wasn't, but it was limited because it's the 90s and computers aren't as good as they are now, and yeah, all that kind of good stuff. But Tigertron, really good character, like I say, turned into Tiger Hawk when he got fused with Airazor. They had a thing going on, and I'm pretty sure in Japan they were both male. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I know that they female coded Razor, which is great because we need more female coded robots. But in Japan, I'm pretty sure they were both male and therefore queer. Let's face it, they were queer. So that's good. So yeah. Again, the box art, immense. Look at that. He's always a very cool character as Tigertron because he's kind of like the Boba Fett of Beast Wars. We don't know much about him. He never did much. So, you know. And again, he looks good in the box. And the colours. Let's face it, white and teal go together very, very well. So, yeah, whoever did the colours for these things. And again, he looks pretty damn cool. But we'll take a look in a second. So that's those boxes there. I will go off now. I will have a look in those boxes. I will make sure that they are all awesome. And then we'll have a look at the robot modes and the alt modes. And maybe do a bit of a compare with a couple of them as well. So we shall see. In the meantime, see ya. We're back. Thanks for waiting. Not that it was long for you, but there you go. Oh, they're all a bit nice. They've done it again. The robot modes anyway. I haven't checked out the beast mode yet, but we will do that in a second. First off, I guess we should do the sort of non-original, well, so no, the original character, the sort of non-Beast Wars known character, as it were, in Shadowpanther. And yeah, this is him. What we'll do, by the way, this is just a show and tell. This is not a good review of anything. We'll do those another time. But yeah, this is just sort of a show and tell. Ooh, look what I've got, sort of thing. And ooh, look what I've got. He is nice. He's a redo and a retool of Cheetor. I'll show you. I'll prove it. Here's Cheetor. Here's Cheetor. Here is Shadowpanther side by side. You can see they are very similar. The face. Now, I like the face. I don't know whether you'll be able to see it straight away, because sometimes it does take a while. There you go. The face is based on the mutant faces that you used to get on the old figures. Let's see, come on, focus. There you go. So it's based on that, and it looks really nice. It's really weird and distinctive, kind of like his pod got broken. Which used to happen in the show all the time. So his pod got broken and that's the face he came out with, the mutant face. Very, very cool. I'm liking it. And of course he's got his blood red eyes. I love them. He's such a cool figure. I didn't expect to like this guy as much as I do, but the more I see him, I think the black and silver work really, really well. And they just sort of pop. And the yellow on his shoulders there pops as well. It just altogether is a very nice figure. Now, I'm not sure if he's supposed to be Ravage or not. I guess he is in Kingdom. I guess this is what Ravage becomes. But yeah, I'm sure we'll find out. I'm sure we'll find out. Unless he's in the cartoon. I haven't seen the cartoon of Kingdom, I'm afraid. No, I tried with the others, and there's only so much unemotional voice acting one can take. So yeah, even if he, you know, Ron Perlman is in it, but yeah, liking him a lot. Next up, we've got Waspinator, who is a big favourite of mine in the show. I love Waspinator. Like I said, he's one of my favourite characters, and they've nailed it again. They have this thing, to Hasbro, where they're able to do the toy and the cartoon aesthetic and make them work. And that's what they've done here with Waspinator. Because that face, again, let me hope that my camera can focus. Focus. Not going to do it, I don't think. No. Kind of. There you go, you get the idea anyway. That looks pretty much like Waspinator from the show. There you go. There we are. That looks like Waspinator from the show. Obviously his mouth flappy bits don't flap because he's a tiny figure. But you know, you pan him out and that's more and more Waspinator from the show. But he's also got the twiddly bits that they had on the toys. Because they do. I mean, here is Insecticon from the original line. That's an original Insecticon. Look, he's just mainly insect bits, apart from the back. So yeah, he's mainly insect bits and insect legs, and that's exactly what you get with Waspinator. But also, there's very little fat on the figure, very little what you'd call kibble, I guess. He is pretty much like the show. He's got those big flary legs and big stompy feet that he has in the show as well. So, yeah, loving it. He's even got his little wasp ass gun. So, I'm really liking that. And the purple's translucent as well. It's actually, you do get light piping. Very subtle light piping, but it's there. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Kamen Rider. So yeah, that's a great. It's Cougar, isn't it? The Beetle one kind of reminds me of Kamen Rider Cougar. Cougar. So that guy. So yeah, very, very nice. I'm loving the robot mode on Waspinator. Loving it. And then the piece de resistance is Tigertron. Look at this. Look at how lovely he is. Look at. I mean, that's just really nice. It's a really nice figure, with the white and the stripes everywhere, and the tiger face. Look at the tiger face. That's marvelous. I can't wait to see him in his alt mode, and his face, his robot face looks exactly like it does in the show, just exactly the same. And he's got his gun, the gun that Cheetor has as well. But he's got the robot, sorry, the actual animal guts in there, because they did. And obviously in reality they were squirt guns. You'd put water in them, and you could squirt water at your friends and stuff. No one ever did. Just amazing. Just really, really nice. And the really nice thing, he gets to be with Airazor finally, which is very, very nice. I never had these two at the time. I've never owned these two. Oh, I tell a lie, I did own Airazor. Never owned Tigertron. But to have these two, it's like completing a set, and it feels nice to complete a set. So yeah, so nice. Just bloody lovely. And again, let me just stand Airazor up there. The teal goes so well with the white, and the face is just so nice as well on this guy. There you go. And the red eyes and the red bit on his forehead there. It's just a nice figure. It's just a nice overall figure. Like I say, these will get proper reviews at some point, but this is not the time. But what I do want to do is transform them, and let's see what they're like in their animalistic, get it out, animalistic alt modes. Bye for a sec. Welcome back. Thanks for waiting around. Again though, it's only been a couple of seconds for you. It's been a little while for me. Been about 20 minutes transforming and playing around and stuff like that. And they're really cool. They're really cool toys. Let's have a look. Shadowpanther. It's not really a surprise that he's basically a black version of Cheetor, because that's what he is. He's a bit remodeled, a bit redone, but he looks very nice. I especially like his glowing red eyes. Just shows you what you can do. But that looks really, really nice. It's just a nice toy at the end of the day. Transformation's really simple and intuitive as well. Like I say, same as Cheetor, it's the same transformation, but it's really intuitive and easy. It has to be said. It's not intricate. It's not something that you're going to have to go, oh well, I better take sort of like 20 minutes off whatever I'm doing. You can do it at your desk while you're watching YouTube videos at the end of the day, preferably mine. But yeah, very nice, lovely stuff, really nice figure. And yeah, I'll definitely review that a bit more in depth at some point when I do Cheetor, probably. Waspinator. Insect ones are more difficult to get right, because sometimes they can have intricate parts, and it can be difficult to get it to match the right silhouette. They do really knock the park out with Kingdom, because Black Arachnia is quite intuitive as well. It takes a little while the first time you do it, but once you're past that and you've done the transformation, it's pretty easy. Transformers Animated had a bit of trouble sometimes with bits just not going where they're supposed to. This was relatively easy. Now, it's not perfect, because it never is. You've got basically bits of leg coming out here, so I guess you could call that kibble, but it's part of the transformation. It forms part of the robot and the robot Wasp, so not really. I mean, the colours pop. You've got the nice yellows, you've got the browns, you've got the greens, you've got the black there. He looks like a dangerous old wasp. He's got his, you know, his stinger sort of a little bit on show, but not too much. He looks like a dangerous, vicious, nasty wasp, which is what Waspinator is. He might be a bit of a joke on the show, but certainly, you know, wasps are bastards. Let's face it, aren't they? So, yeah, very cool. And his mandibles move as well. His mandibles move. And so do his feelers as well. His feelers move a little bit, and his wings. And his legs, they do move a bit. Although that can sometimes bring his legs under here. That can sometimes pull them loose a little bit. That's the only sort of quibble I've got with that one. Otherwise, fantastic. Really, really like Waspinator. And he feels solid when you got him. The good thing about all these Kingdom ones, the plastic on them, they figured it out how to make it good again. Because Hasbro's plastic for a while wasn't great. But yeah, this feels solid. It's a good figure. Very, very good figure. And last but definitely not least, in any way, is Tigertron. My word, that is a big old cat. I am liking him. The face, by the way, perfect. Especially when the mouth opens. It just looks so good. He's got a little pink nose as well. And his eyes, there's lots of detail in the eyes. I really like them. And his stripes, and he's not just pure white. There are bits of sort of yellow in there, like there are with real sort of white tigers, real Siberian tigers. So sort of on his legs and on his back a little bit, and certainly on his back and tail there, it's a bit yellowed, and it looks really nice. It just offsets the white a little bit. I'm really enjoying it. The tail fits on, the tail weapon fits on at the bottom there. You've got a little bit of teal at the back just to break it up. Just that hint of robot that he actually is. You know, I just think it looks so nice. And yeah, okay, because the legs move and that's it. They're pretty much models. But the amount of time you're going to have with these as actual beast modes, probably not going to be that long. But if you are, you're going to have a whole sort of beast area of them just transformed in beast modes, and it's going to look fantastic to have this massive white tiger. Just fantastic. Really, really nice. I realise I overuse that word a lot. One thing it cheats, and this is a sign of modern Transformers, that they do cheat sometimes. You've got this, which is his gun. It's got nowhere to go. It sort of slings under the on the back here on his tummy. You can fit it in there. But it looks kind of silly, so I wouldn't bother if you're going to display him in beast mode. Just don't bother with it. But it's a little cheap, because obviously in the old toy that would go there, or there, or there. More likely there, to be fair. But yeah, because of course you've got his like pink squishy guts there. But there's nowhere for it to go in this. It's a cheat. They don't use it. And you know what? I'm alright with it. So you've got two cats and a wasp. There's a sitcom in there somewhere. But they're fantastic. You should buy them. They're really good. If you're any kind of Transformers fan, if you do like your Beast Wars, if you've been buying Kingdom and thinking these Beast Wars toys are quite nice, yeah, just buy those as well, because they're really nice. I can definitely recommend them. And yeah, do a full review at some point, I am sure, but not right now. Next up, we have more Transformers, because we've got Sludge coming up. We've also got football, and I'm gonna play some games this weekend. I'm gonna play some games. I'm gonna record some footage. I'm gonna put it online. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, until then, until next time, please do take care of yourselves and each other. Bye bye for now.